YouTube, Twitch. Y'all already know. MFFLs. What's good tonight, everybody? I hope everybody's having a great night. After this huge win by the Mavericks tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies. And we definitely going to get into that. We'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Sun Sports YouTube channel and the Glow Sun Production channel on Twitch. Of course, I am your boy. If you don't know by now, I am Real. And joining me is the the man himself, Mr. Cleo, who predicts the future, is my boy King. What's up, man?
Nothing much, brother. How you doing?
Man, look, I'm doing good with this huge win by the Mavs tonight, man. Like I
Yes,
said,
sir.
man, Mavs get a big win tonight, man. We definitely gonna talk about it right here, as y'all guys can see. Dallas Mavericks win 112 to 185, man. Listen, this was a huge staple win for the Mavs tonight, man. I'm just glad that they can kind of turn that corner, man, from that New York debacle, man. Because that right there kind of made a lot of people start thinking, like, hey, was that first 6 games kind of a fluke? But turned around. These are what good games do. Good teams do. They bounce back. They bounce back in a major way, almost beating Memphis by almost 30 points, and also holding them to under 90 points, which is what they've been doing a lot against these top echelon teams in the league. But before we start deep diving into all that, guys, we're gonna go ahead and give you a rundown of how this show works. First, we give you our overall reactions. Then we give you our positives. We give you our negatives. We give you the game ball, no matter wins and losses. And then we turn it over to you guys with your question and your comments. We will show them throughout the show, but we will address them at the end of the show. Now, with all that being said, man, King, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I am. Let's
All right,
talk
man. Let's go
about it.
ahead and get into it, man. What is your reaction to this game tonight?
Statement win. I'm not going to say best game of the season. It's
You
cliche
sure?
now on this show. I'm sure. I'm not going to say it. Statement win. The big win we just talked about. The Mavs losing on prime time to the Knicks. I think it was a stat that they played the Knicks 5 times since Kristaps Porzingis, and they played 4 times on TV, and the Mavs had lost 4 times against the Knicks on those televised games. So this was a big game as far as playing Memphis, which was a team 2 spots ahead of us now. That was wild. They went third. They went third now instead of fourth, and but they're ahead of us in the division. The next team ahead of us. It's a statement game, not just for the Mavs, but for Luka individually, and just the team in general, man. Like I felt like Luka came out there and showed, his business. He was a little sloppy to begin with turnovers and all, but got into it. And in that second half, he went to work. Like I was like, man, Luka, get down there in the paint all you can. It seemed like something just clicked, and he took it personally. And I love when he has those matchups where he can actually show the world that he's that dude. So he did it tonight. They held Ja in check. I felt like defense second half was superb. Was some of the best defense we've seen all year, if not the best. And my overall reaction, I'm gonna say it here first before other people say it. The Dallas Mavericks have the best defense in the NBA, y'all. Call it what it is. The Mavericks have the best defense in the NBA. I've seen them shut down enough teams now and hold teams under 80, under 90 points or just around 90 points. Some of these big, explosive offensive teams. So I feel like the Dallas Mavericks have the best defense in the NBA right now, bro.
So, like you said, man, let's go ahead and look at the top performers. Of course, I see Luca here with 27, 12, and 10. He had his 40th triple double of his career. And John Morant got held to 19, 5, and 8. It's funny, man, because he scored 15 points in the first half and got shut down for 4 in the second half. So that was a big, huge defensive stop for the Mavericks on John Morant, man, who came in. He came in fairly hot. They had Dorian and he had Reggie kind of sticking him today, man. Just
Mm-hmm.
being at length over him, man, kind of giving him trouble with their length. They did interview Dorian after the game, man, kind of talking about that. And like I said, they did a great job. The defense, like you said, stepped up, man. It was what we've been kind of seeing from them over the last 6 games, other than that New York game. I guess you were right. Let's just throw that game away. That don't count. You look at the 6 games, and then we look at the games tonight as kind of like the blueprint of how Dallas been playing. As you can see right here, Dallas, held them to 38% shooting, so that's big, and on 22% on threes. Dallas shot 25% again today on threes, as y'all can see here. The thing is, man, with Dallas and the threes, I think it's going to be. I think it is what it is. As long as the field goal percentage that y'all saw was over 50% as a whole, is up fairly up there. Mid to high 40s or low 50s or whatever. If it's up there, chances are Dallas is going to win. Um, that means that if their percentage is that high, but the threes are low, that means they're attacking the basket. And let's look at that again one more time, man. With the free throws here, shot 16 free throws. That's not a ton of them, but that means that they were getting to the basket compared to the last game where they shot like 9. So that was a big thing for them this tonight. For me, man, like I said, the take from this, man, it makes me mad, King. Where was this at against New York? I know you about to say it's just something about New York, and they just can't get over that hump with New York. There are teams that one team you just cannot beat for some odd reason, you know. But I guess, like you said, I'm guessing New York is Dallas's kryptonite. That's just that one team they can't beat because it shows right here, man. Because of the last like 4 major opponents that Denver they outscored and won. Denver beat Denver by 14. They beat Golden State by 17. They beat Chicago by 14, and then turn around and beat the hottest team in the league in Memphis by 27.
27, yes, sir.
So, man, just imagine if Dallas had took care of business against New York, man. The win streak was on right now. Then you're going to play a team like New York. I'm sorry, not New York. You're going to play Orlando tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Man, you could have been Memphis. You know what I'm saying? That could have helped you kind of get a little bit closer to Memphis. I mean, you're a little bit closer now because that's a whole game now because y'all beat them and then y'all won tonight. So that's a whole game. But man, that's a lot of games you got to make up right now. Hopefully, man, they can take care of business. They play this team again in 9 days, man. So hopefully they can take care of business in 9 days. But like I said the last game, I think we talked about this before, King. Do not overlook your next opponent to think about that game again, bro, like we did against New York. I really feel like Dallas overlooked New York and was just like, okay, I'm focused on Memphis. I want to get to Memphis because it showed tonight that they were ready for Memphis. And just the way their effort and the energy that came out with against New York, it just showed that they kind of just overlooked it. You know what I mean? It was kind of reading their own newspaper clippings, as they would say. It just was like, okay, let's just get to Memphis instead of just focusing on the task at hand. Get through New York first, then get through Memphis. What else you got?
I told you the energy just wasn't there in New York. I could tell they were just ready to pack it in. It was like, this is a wrap. But tonight, different story. This team played well, man. We out-rebounded the Memphis Grizzlies. I didn't expect that. And I think we actually had a pretty good rebounding margin against them. Guys were crashing the board. And, we beat them by, 11? So, guys were crashing the boards. We were getting this. You know what's wild about this team? It seems like they're doing a whole bunch of things that wasn't expected of them. Like they seem to be getting to the paint now. Like it's wild that this team is like, nah, the Mavericks don't get to the paint, and they're getting a bunch of baskets at in the paint now. Like the 3-point shot can come and go, but they're getting a bunch of shots in the paint. So I don't know, man. This is like they're like the rejects or like the throwaways, I should say. This team feels like right now. And Luka is just at the helm, man. It felt like at a point he might lose the team. Even in this game, he was sloppy and all at the beginning. And I know everybody was expecting us, and everybody else started going off on him and saying, look at Luka. They look better without him and all. But then, like I said, he put his stamp down in the second half, and he was a guy in the team. It seemed like he was conserving himself, holding his energy maybe and all. But then when they needed him to, he went out there and showed he was the best player on the court. And that's all you can ask for from your 22-year-old superstar. So kudos to Luka Doncic and the Mavs, man. Awesome.
Hey, man, look like you already went in already, man. Go ahead and hit us with some positives, man. What you got
positives? I felt like everybody did some positive things, man. Reggie Bullock, say him first. I like Reggie on this run. I also like Dwight Powell.
Did you let everybody know your Reggie jersey's on his way?
I got it on layaway.
Okay.
So I don't know when I'm gonna be able to pick it up, but I got it there just in case. But Dwight Powell, man, has been playing pretty good too. I can't lie. Seems like we said, the past few games, maybe the past month or so now, Dwight Powell's been playing okay. Dodo is Dodo. Maxey, I know, only had 3 points or so tonight. Didn't have a bunch.
But his defense, though.
That's what I'm saying. I still didn't feel like he had a bad game. I felt like he had a good game. He was in the flow of the game. He probably only shot maybe 3 times or so, or 3 or 4 times as well. So I don't think it was like he did his role. As I said, when this team, again, cliche, the emergence of Jalen Brunson has put everybody in their place. And so games like this, everybody, Marquise Chris, I'm sorry. Marquise Chris, this guy has to get a contract right away.
Yeah.
Like right now. They need to sign this guy to a contract. Big buckets, man. Inside alley oops, 3-point shots, just everything you could ask for, even some defense and all boards. Marquise Chris is just the best center we have on the team right now, so he needs to be signed. There should be no hesitation anymore. JB, just still being JB. But the team in general, man, they just came back. It was great to see them, adjust from the loss with New York and show everybody that, this is what they are. So we're finding out what the Mavericks are. The Mavericks are the best defensive team in the NBA. And that's the main positive I took from it.
Man, check this out. So every starter had played 32 minutes today, except for Maxey, who played 27.
Mm-hmm.
We had one. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even look down. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in double figures tonight. And listen, the way the offense moved the ball, man, I know Dodo kind of touched on it in the post game. Just whenever they move the ball, the way they've been moving it, and they play defense the way they've been playing defense, man, they could beat anybody in the league. Like I said, I just routed off the wins they had against some of the top echelon teams in the league.
Stop. You say what? Rewind that again, right? What did you say? When they play like this and move the ball, what did you say?
When they move the ball, play defense the way they've been playing, they can beat anybody in the league.
Oh, okay.
Beat anybody in the league.
Okay.
Just don't have these games where you play like New York, where you just completely revert back to the way you've been playing in the first 2 months of the season. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so with today, like I said, the positives, man. Like I said, with the minutes everybody played, I'm trying to remember, have we ever did a game where there was at least 7 people in double figures? I think the highest we had was 6.
We got the 6.
We did a couple videos where it was 2 times where they had 6 players in double figures.
And it's been recent. It's been pretty recent. They've been on this run like recent. Luka's going to get a bunch of people paid. That's what Luka Doncic's job is to do. He's going to get a bunch of people paid by other teams. That's what's going to happen. We're watching the beginning of it right now.
Right. Man, speaking of Luka, man, like I said at the beginning of the video, 40 a triple-double, man. What can we say? What can we say?
That assist, man. That's emphasis. Oh, man.
That was nice. Listen, man. I think you touched on it earlier in the video. So it seemed that Luka knew going in that a Ja jumped him in the All-Star voting. Mm-hmm. So this was a perfect opportunity to play the way he played, and we were on the national stage tonight again. Yep. And so the way he played tonight, plus it being a triple-double, plus it being against Ja, plus winning the way we won, were all big positives for Luka, man. So I'm real curious to see what the votes are going to be like on this next go round on the votes, man, because I kind of had a feeling like beginning of the game, like, sometimes you kind of feel like you had that feeling like, okay, Luka not going to have like the best game today, or you're going to have them games where like, I think Luka, he's struggling a little bit right now, but he's going to bounce back in the second half. That's kind of the feeling I had today. Like I had a feeling like Luka wanted this game to try to prove to people that, I should be starting in the All-Star game this year. Mm-hmm. And that he definitely did that. Like I said, they held Ja to 4 points in the second half.
Yep.
And I think you touched on it on the last video, I believe. We talked about Ja, and you were talking about some of his games in this little stretch of wins that they've been having. Like, he's had his moments, and then sometimes he's been like, okay, he's been pedestrian, he's been okay. Mm-hmm. And I think today was one of those moments where it's like he didn't have the greatest game today. He had a great first half, but then got shut down second half. And so I think, like you said, it was a perfect time for Luka to come out here and prove to everybody that he should be starting. And on top of that, man, the one thing I take out of this from Luka, he cut back on his threes and started attacking the basket, which is what I know for me. I've been asking that. It's like, Luka, look, just cut back on your threes. They can't stop you in the paint, man. Just take them over in the paint. Get your points in the paint. And that's what he did.
He played like the best player in the league in that second half. Like the best. Yeah. He played, you watched him, and it was like they cannot stop Luka Doncic.
That's the Luka that we've been used to. That was Luka. Yeah.
You felt he couldn't stop you. But another thing, there are levels to this. I keep trying to tell folks there are levels to this. Ja Morant can have these games like this, 19-8, and this is like, okay, Ja Morant had a game. It wasn't a spectacular game, but it's a Ja Morant game. It's okay.
Yeah,
These are not games Luka Doncic can have. 19-8 is a horrible game for Luka Doncic.
that's
There
true.
are levels to this. That's as simple as that. There are levels to this. This is why Ja Morant cannot be on the same level as Luka Doncic, because we need Luka Doncic. Lucas has one of those games that it usually does not lead to success for the Dallas Mavericks. So that's the difference between Luka and Ja Morant.
It's kind of like what kind of piggyback on what you said. Prime example, like you said last video, Luka gave you 25. What is it, 25, 9, and 8, or no, 25, 8, and 9,
Yep.
and people are like, oh, he having a bad season. 25, 8, and 9. That is a bad season for Luka. For any other player, that's like you said, that's all-star appearances, first All-NBA contract extensions, all that stuff, man. But for Luka, it's like, bro, what are you doing? We used to you getting, 28, 9, and 9 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it like you said, his impact and his numbers are looked at a whole lot different than Ja's impact and his numbers.
If Ja had the exact same numbers Luka have right now, he'd be running away with MVP.
You know what? You're probably right, bro. And on top of that 11-game win streak that they had, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
They were third in the West. They're third in the West right now. If Ja Morant already supposed to be in the talk for MVP right now, they put him in the top 5. So if he's already in there with his numbers he has right now, if he had Luka Doncic's numbers right now, he'd probably be the lead for MVP. And I don't think any different than that. I really believe that.
I agree, man. All right, man. As y'all know, with every positive, there's always negatives. To tell you the truth, I can't think of any negatives tonight.
First half, maybe. That's about
it.
I
mean, first half, yeah. But it's just like, I can't remember what game was it, man, where Dallas ended up coming back and they were down by like 2 going into the halftime, and after that, it just took off. Was that the Chicago game?
It was Chicago, yep.
Yeah, Chicago game. Mm-hmm. So I kind of had that same feeling, because I kept saying during the game is, look, just keep the game close. Mm-hmm. Just don't let it get out of hand, because Memphis does have that ability to just bust it wide open. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, you saw how Ja was playing in the first half. So what you want to do is just keep it close. Dallas kept it close. I guess Sweeney had Jason Kidd on video chat or something, man, during halftime. Yep. He said, get your act together, get that defense right. They end up doing that, man. Like I said, shut Ja Morant down for 4 points in the second half, man. Got out-rebounded. They out-rebounded by 11. That's with a player like Steven Adams, who's known for being a great offensive rebounder. Dallas had a ton of second-chance opportunities. Didn't capitalize on a lot of them, but they had a ton of second-chance opportunities. But you know what? On top of that, the one negative I can't take away, bro, what's going on with the threes, man? What's going on with the threes? There was one sequence in the first half where they got like 4 offensive rebounds and missed 4 threes.
You remember when you remember a couple years ago when the Lakers won the championship?
Yeah.
Were they a good 3-point shooting team?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't matter. You play the Mavericks now we expect runs.
But they got hot when it counted though.
They do, and we get hot when it count too. We make it may not seem like it all the time. We make some clutch threes though. It was some threes today at the end. It was like, oh, okay, you guys are pulling away and making a couple threes, but we get stretches of the Mavericks now and we expect them to go on like 15-2 runs. Like it's like you wait for that moment where they're gonna press the button and say, we're about to shut this team down for a minute. And the turnovers again, the Mavericks are turning teams over and scoring off of turnovers. It's like a perfect pace. It's like run when you need to kind of Mavericks. Is when we get a fast break, opportunity, run, and other than that, just slow it down. You say what? I'm sorry?
No, choose your spots.
Yep, choose your spots, exactly. So I felt like it's not really much to take negative. You can just, these are nitpick games again. Because in the first half, it didn't look as well, but then they beat them by 27. We just beat the hottest team in the NBA by 27. We beat Memphis at home. We've beaten Memphis. We've beaten Golden State. We've beaten Denver. I don't know what more we need to see, Rel. And Chicago. I'm sorry. And you have said we can beat any team in the NBA if we play the way we playing right now. That's it. I don't need to hear any more. Second round, here we come.
Can I take that back now?
Go ahead, take it back. You don't want to though. You know you feel it. I told you went over that stretch.
And
You
I really
said
don't
before
want to jinx it, man. I really don't want to jinx it, bro.
you
Like
said before the stretch.
I want to take it. I want to take it game by game, man. That's really what I want to do. I don't want to. I don't want to do. I made the mistake. I'm one of those people. You got on me about this. I was one of those people. I overlooked New York. I overlooked New York. It's to the point like I forgot they were on our schedule. Like I'm thinking like, oh, we got Memphis coming up next, and you were like, no, we got New York. It's New York, whatever. Let's focus on this Memphis game. And now I'm going to take it one game at a time, man, because we never know when Dallas is going to revert back to that New York game. You know what I'm saying? Or how they'll play in the first half of the season, well, beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, like you say, they can beat anybody if they continue playing like this. You're right. It's just I don't know when it's gonna take for me to kind of just go full on board like you, because like you all in. You all in. You ordered every player jersey right now off of Amazon and everything. It should be coming to your house pretty soon. I think you got a signed autograph, the White Power jersey on its way. So
Yeah.
I'm with you. You know, I commend that, bro. I really do. It's just that, like I said, you get burned too many times, man. I have to see it first. So until then, I'm going to take each game one by one. So I know. Now let me ask you a question. Now you know you've heard me say free bingo space, right? Is Orlando a free bingo space?
Yes, they will beat Orlando.
Okay.
They will. I have no questions about them beating Orlando. They're going to beat Orlando.
Now, what if we lose Orlando? What will your mind frame be?
It would bother me, but it wouldn't hurt that much. These wins are that important. Like, it would suck that we lost another one as far as climbing ground on the rankings, but as far as knowing who we can beat in the West, it doesn't change my opinion. I think we're going to beat them, though. I think we could have been on a 10-game such winning streak. I think we're one of the best teams in the NBA. We had a choice. The choice was that Mark Cuban and the boys went with is that we can even have the continuity to keep going and have the guys become like a Golden State Warriors team where, over time you just develop and stay with each other long enough and the team becomes great. Or we could just, like everybody said, the same team is staying together. The same team is staying together. My thing is, each year there's truthfully been a step, an increase, but everyone doesn't want to acknowledge. 2 years ago, I feel like we could have beat the Clippers, and they didn't want to be in the bubble. So all that, okay, they didn't want to be in the bubble. We should have beat them, though, with KP. KP was healthy. Maybe he's playing the best basketball, like you say, we have ever seen Kristaps Porzingis play. Not Maverick basketball, not New York. He was playing the best basketball of his career. He got hurt. We lost that in 6. Luka, and truthfully, we should have lost it in 5. Luka made it miraculously go to 6. Last year, the team took them to 7 games with Kristaps Porzingis playing like trash. The Clippers, truthfully, were championship level team. They were better last year than they were the year before. They should have won. They could have won a championship last year if Kawhi Leonard was healthy. I truly believe that. But we took them to 7. We were really their best competition until they lost in 6 to Phoenix because they didn't have Kawhi or whatever. So I think this is the next step. If KP comes back, it's still again. This is one of those years everybody doesn't want to believe it. Kristaps Porzingis is the key to us being a championship team this year. Kristaps Porzingis is the key to us being a championship team. I'm not even scared of Milwaukee. I'm not scared of New York. I'm not scared of Philly anymore because they don't have Ben Simmons. I'm not scared of anybody on the East either. I think we can beat any of those teams as well in a 7-game series. This team is they have that continuity. These guys like each other. Obviously, we can see they like each other. They've been with each other long enough. They're friends off the court. A bunch of them are groups of friends and all of that. This is actually a basketball team that's playing like a team with a superstar in the middle. And we have guys that may not be all-stars, but we have a bunch of CJ McCollum type dudes. So it's not like Portland with one CJ McCollum. We have a bunch of CJ McCollum type guys that are right on that. Hey, maybe they can be hot for a second and play like an all-star. So I'm all in on this team, man. I've been all in on them. I thought before the season, I was going to bet money on them winning the championship for the season. I was going to go to the casino and do that. I really was. And going to go on Luka winning MVP. I was going to go all hard on the bets as far as them doing that. I truly think Luka Doncic is that good. I really think the Mavericks underappreciate how good he is. I get on him because I know he can do this every night. And I feel like this team around him is good enough with the defense and the three-point shooting they can do to make noise. Like 7-game series against the Clippers. We just lost the series against the Clippers last year.
All right, let me ask you a question, man. So there's been rumors. I think somebody I forgot who sent it to us in the group.
Mm-hmm.
So there's rumors that the Mavs are tied to either uh, John Collins or Miles Turner.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing how we're playing right now, do you want to disrupt that and try to go after one of those guys?
Yes. Yes, with one of them. I don't want John Collins. I do not want John Collins. I don't think we need John Collins.
Man,
I
if we
think
get
Mark.
John Collins, you getting a jersey, bro. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I think Marquise Chris can kind of do the things John Collins does.
But
I don't. I don't think we need John Collins. Like I don't.
he
Chris
can do
supposed,
what Marquise Chris do, but he does it on a more of elite level than Marquise Chris.
but it's not elite. It's a better level than Marquise Chris. He's still not that elite player. Like he's been regressing a little bit as well, as far
And
as his
I
numbers
think
on the
I
floor.
think that's more of the team, man, because the team as a whole right now,
It could be.
everybody's kind of regressing, man.
Hey, KP has bad numbers and he's still doing better than John Collins.
Whoa, hold on now, man. Hold on.
You're saying, hold on now. I'm just keeping it real. We can put the numbers on the screen. We got that
Right.
now. You can put KP on the screen with John Collins. KP is playing better than John Collins this year. That's one. So two, I don't want him because I feel like he'll cost us something. I think we can get Miles Turner without giving up Jalen Brunson.
I agree.
I really think I think we can keep Kristaps Porzingis, Luka Doncic, Miles Turner, and Jalen Brunson for Miles Turner. That's why I want. And I do feel like Miles Turner is a missing like that piece that makes us fluctuate some games where we get destroyed by like Mitchell Robinson and stuff. That's what Miles Turner would stop. That last piece of the puzzle, I feel like Miles Turner will complete. So I'm all in on Miles Turner.
Yeah, I man, listen, like I said, I told you this a couple videos ago. I said, man, with Miles Turner the way he's playing, his style of play with how Dallas is playing on defense, man, that would elevate our defense.
Mm-hmm.
Having that anchor in the paint, someone we have had since Tyson Chandler,
Mm-hmm.
and he can stretch the floor too. So that'll make it a 5-on-5 game, man, instead of a 5-on-4.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll open the paint up a whole lot more for Luka, man. Luka will have a little bit more one-on-one drives to the paint compared to somebody collapsing on it. Because the person in the paint collapse on Luka, you leaving a guy that's shooting damn near 40% on threes wide open somewhere in the corner or top of the key or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where they're moving the ball at. And look, I'm with you. I like John Collins, but like you said, I think we're gonna end up giving up more for him compared to Turner, which I feel like can slide in a little bit more easier
Mm-hmm.
than John Collins, because you plugging him in, man. He's definitely one of those players where you don't have to call a set for him or anything.
Nope.
You just plug him in, man, and you go. And I also feel like I said, if you look at the defense that Dallas is playing right now, you put a player like him in there, that's going to elevate us even more. I really feel like if we did have him, we just shoot in number one for sure. Like right now, it's debatable. If we're number one, we're guaranteed number one if we get Miles Turner back there, man, with some of the weapons we got defensive wise on the perimeter.
Miles Turner would make us a championship level team. It's two guys in the league. I feel like that would be, and it's Miles Turner and probably Ben Simmons if we did the correct trade. But I really, and this is higher than Ben Simmons. I told you that on a few shows ago. I think Miles Turner is the missing piece the Mavericks, like that would take the Mavericks over the top. Like you said, they'll be number
Especially
one.
on defense. I'm thinking defense that time, man. That defense will be stupid, man.
They'd be the number one team on defense as far as a rating, I believe. And I think the offense is going to come, man. Like we said, we waiting for Luka Doncic in the playoffs. Imagine if we get that Luka Doncic in the playoffs with the defense we're playing right now. Come on, man. Come on.
Let's hold on. Let's hope, man. Let's hope they can hold on to that, man. All right, man. Let's get into the game ball, man. Who you giving the game ball to, man?
The Don. That's simple enough. Look at the Don. I could have gave it to Marquise Chris, but I couldn't take it away from Luka. Luka was spectacular in the second half. Again, like I said, he was he was the best player, man. We saw him put his foot down and say, "You guys can't stop me," and he was having fun with it. He was talking trash to the refs, telling them he couldn't stop him and all. That should be an and one, turnaround fadeaways at the rim, layups, and ones over Steven Adams, that like just floating it over him. It was just too easy for Luka, so Luka has to get the game ball for me.
Man, how do you feel about the way that they're refereing the games right now?
I like it.
Okay. I do too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought I would be mad because I feel like they probably are a little loose on some of them or whatever. But I'm not tripping, man. Like I don't think there's a game yet this year where I complain about the refs.
No, not maybe one,
Maybe one, but I can't really think off the top of my head which one that is. Like I said, I'm not too mad about the ref. Even on the losses, I'm not too mad about the referee way they're refereeing the games. Let them play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told you before, I think a few videos ago, the way that they're refereeing is really beneficial to us. Because there was a lot of times in that fourth quarter, we were kind of bodying cats and ball loose. Because I think it was one play where everybody kind of stopped out. They finna call a foul. It's like, oh, he didn't call it? Oh, okay. Go down the court, layup. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that. I kind of like the way that they're doing that right now, man. I like the way that they're refereeing the game. Let them boys be physical, which kind of make you think too, King. If they're calling it like this now, imagine the
playoffs.
Oh my God.
This benefits a team like us because we don't have the most athletic guys.
Yeah.
So we get the body. We get to body them up.
Yes, sir.
Adam Silver to me is the greatest commissioner in sports.
Oh, yes.
In general. I think Adam Silver in general might be the greatest commissioner of all time already. Adam Silver saw there was an issue with offense and people were crying about offense. So he couldn't slow down the game as far as getting rid of the three-point shot and all. So how do you put defense back in the game and slow the game down? You change the way the fouls are called. You stop letting ticky-tack fouls and all go. I mean, I'm sorry, as far as those ridiculous and ones and all that where people are barely breathing on you. So I think he changed the game up for the better. And as far as just defenses can play different now, the highest scorer in the league right now, I think it's Kevin Durant at 29 and some change. We don't even have a 30-point scorer this year.
Remember, you used to have like 4 30-point scorers, man.
We don't have a 30-point scorer. Luka had 28-8, and he was like the 5th in the league.
Yeah. So, you're right.
So it's a different league, man. I love it. Adam Silver, thank you. You made the NBA even better.
Even though it's affecting our best player, I still love it. I still love it, man.
It's fine. I love it. Luka does more than score the ball. So it's okay because Luka can still get 25, 12, and 12 like it's easy.
Exactly. All right, man. My game ball is going to Luka. We can go ahead and go into these questions and comments. So, all right, guys. Now it's the part of the show where we let you guys interact with the show. So I hope you guys are ready. If you got a question or a comment, go ahead and get them in now. We about to get into it, man. Let's get it going, King. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Scroll back up to the top. My baby wrote in, go Mavs. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Go Mavs. All right, Ben Price just says, what's up, man? And then on top of that, he puts this in. Said massive win for us tonight. Great bounce back victory. Luka shot efficiently, and JB 5 steals. Yeah, JB. Well, I don't know why every time I looked up, JB was leading a fast break.
They were giving the ball right to him.
Yeah,
it's like John Morant was like, "Here, JB."
He just driving in, was just like literally like, "Here you go, bro." It's like, oh, okay, appreciate you. I thought he almost had 6. If he could have just like ripped it away from Jaren Jackson on that jump ball he ended up getting, I thought he was gonna get that one because it looked like Jaren Jackson only had one arm in there at first, and when JB was falling, like his arm was coming out, but then he started leaning forward and then was able to get that other arm in, got the jump ball or whatever. So he almost had 6.
JB, it was a big man. Nico has decisions to make. Oh man, this is crazy.
It is not just the off season, bro. It's like the deadline
right now. Right now. He has a major decision to make. This is why we aren't GMs. This is why Nico's that guy now. Yeah, because it's like we're ready to chew him out either way. If he gets rid of JB and the next guy don't work, we're gonna chew him out for getting rid of JB. Yeah, if he keeps JB and his team doesn't do past the first round like we want, we're gonna chew him out for keeping Jalen Brunson. So Nico, man.
That's why he made the big bucks, man. That's why he made the big bucks.
Yep.
All right, man. Next up, Burnlaw says best defense in the NBA. He said I have to agree with you. I'll say championship defense. Yeah, man. Like I said, if they can keep this up, because we pretty much at the halfway mark because I think they played 42 games already. So yeah, if they can keep this up for the second half of the season, man. Like I said, take that momentum they had. Just ignore that New York game. We're gonna put that over here. We're not gonna even talk about that
trash.
Game. So those 6 with this one. You can play like this for the rest. I know you're not gonna win every game, but play with this type of effort going into the second half of the season, going into the playoffs, man. They do definitely have a chance. I think, like King said, you're flirting with the Western Conference Finals, man. If you can keep this up,
they get a top 10 offense. If they can somehow get that, if this offense can start like just clicking somehow, not even a top 10. If they can get me a top 15 offense before the playoffs start,
Yeah,
I think they got a chance of winning the championship.
I agree. 'Cause that's really all you did. Like I said, that's really what you need, man. You really need an efficient offense.
Yep.
Just kind of get those threes at about like maybe 34% as a team.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we ask for. All right, man. Next queen says definitely
Quite the win.
quiet the win for the boys tonight. Definitely quite. I'm sorry, definitely quite a
Mm-hmm.
win for the boys tonight, especially after New York. Their momentum was down, but they turned it around and everyone looked great. Yes, ma'am. Yes, they did. Like I said, man, that and to me, man, that's a sign of a good team. Okay, you had a bad game last game. How are you going to come out in this next game? How are you going to respond? You gonna put
Yep.
your head down and just kind of pout and feel sorry for yourself, or are you gonna come out here and be the team that you think that you are in those first 6 games before that loss?
Yep. Absolutely. Thank you, babe. Nice comment. Appreciate you.
Oh man, you trying to outdo me again? So I see how you doing it, bro. I see how you doing. Revenge of the nerds. That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke. All right. Luca's passing is amazing. It's for Pavel. Sorry. Luca's passing is amazing. That heave he threw from his own free throw line, perfect over job for the easy two. Oh yeah, like we talk about players having an elite skill set in something. Luca is definitely an elite ball passer, man, a
Mm-hmm.
passer. So, playmaker, all that. He's definitely elite in that. He can definitely score. He's an elite scorer. He's an elite playmaker and an elite passer. So, yeah, that pass meant to him. For anybody else, it'd be like, oh my god. But for Luca, it's like, we got used to it now. Luca do those type of passes so many times, man, because he's an elite passer.
Yeah, Luca's probably maybe already a top 20 playmaker of all time. By the end of his career, he should probably be a top 10.
Probably top 10.
He'll
Yeah.
probably be top 10, top 5. He can even get the top 5, man. Like, I think Luca's that good. Luca can be up there in that Magic Johnson type level and all. Luca's a beast. Luca's a passer, man. Like, let's not underestimate this guy. This guy's abilities is awesome. He's 22.
Yeah, he's still a baby.
Yeah.
All right, man. So Pavel also has this. Every time Chris slams it, I smile. Just violent dunk. Yeah. He cocked that sucker back, man. I like that, bro. Tear the rim down, man. I know you can't do it like Shaq back in the day, but tear that thing down, man. All right, let's see what we got here. Bro Law said KP the key to a championship. That's scary. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why when King said it, I cringed a little bit. Which
It's the truth, though.
I mean, we have our opinions of KP and how we feel about him, but it's true. What King
Mm-hmm.
said is true. I mean, whether we like it or not, it's true. You know what I'm saying? And so it's going to depend on KP. I know that's like a broken record. We constantly hear people saying that, but it is true, y'all. It's true. Whether we like it or not, KP is the key. If
Mm-hmm.
KP can come out here and continue to do what he did before the protocol, Dallas might have a chance. I don't know if some of y'all heard the post game with Dodo. Dodo kind of said the same thing. We're doing what we're doing without KP.
Mm-hmm.
So their mind frame is also if we add KP to this, what else can we do? You know what I'm saying? Playing good right now without KP, just add him. What else could we do?
This team's getting confident, man. This team
Yeah.
is getting confident. That's
And
it's a scary sight.
yeah, and it's a team they're beating too. That's where the
Uh-huh.
confidence comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely agree, bro. All right, man. So Pavel has this here. He said $100 right now will get you 4,000 to win the finals. King, what's up, man? You got 400? What you finna do, man?
Shoot, I was at the beginning of the season. I was thinking about putting up the 500 on them, man. I was
Oh,
going.
it's 500
I'm
beginning of the season.
the beginning of the season, so I don't know. I'm so scared, man. But it'd be such a pick. You know what?
Right.
You know what? We talk Mavs here. I'm gonna put money on them. I'm gonna put money
Oh,
on them.
man.
It's gonna be here. So you guys see it first. You hear it first here. That King called the Mavs winning the championship. So if it comes down to it goes down, you guys come back to this show and tell everybody that when nobody picked the Mavs, I picked the Mavs. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing
Hey,
it,
you
Pam.
gotta put that trophy tattoo on your bicep like JT, man.
I will. Don't worry, I will.
All right, Queen, you heard that. You heard he said. All right, another Josh Green 6 minutes. Yeah, you know you know what? To be fair, Jason Kidd didn't coach tonight,
Mm-mm.
so you know what I mean. I think Kidd would have had him in there for more than 6 minutes. You know
I
what
feel
I'm saying?
like second half they needed Dodo and Maxi Kleber to lock them down, and they just went with the guys that they knew could do the job. Like
32
right,
minutes, King.
that's what I'm saying. They were locking it down during that period. As I said before in another show, we have Reggie Bullock, Dorian Finney-Smith. and Maxi Kleber playing defense for us, and sometimes they're on the floor at the same time. That's nasty. This ain't Josh Richardson. This ain't even last year. This is another year of those guys. Dorian Finney-Smith, quietly, y'all, like everybody, quiet. Dorian Finney-Smith is becoming one of the best defensive basketball players in the NBA. Don't know if people are looking for Dorian Finney-Smith. Don't know if you guys have heard the news. There are teams that are now looking at Dorian.
They were looking at him last year too.
I was saying that a
few videos ago. They looking for him. They were looking for him last year. They want to get rid of him. This is one of the reasons why right here. He had to go out there and lock up he has to go out there and play defense on the top echelon players of every team, man, every night, man. Yeah. Then on top of that, giving you about 11 to about 13 points too. You know what I'm saying? So Dodo, man.
He had to do it to Kawhi Leonard the last 2 years. That's experience. That's experience.
All right, man. Johnny, what's good, man? He said Luka showed Ja it's levels. Yeah, that's what Keem been saying. Mm-hmm. He read those reports. Yeah, saw what people said about Ja being better, and he showed the defense. When you said that last video, bro, about there's been people saying that, see, they gotta.
I told you, man. The Mavericks.
You know what this remind me of, bro? You remember over the summer they had those people talking about that Jason Tatum was better than Luka.
Yep.
Because Luka was over here chilling. Yeah. After he just got back from the Olympics, and then Tatum was over here working out and all that stuff. And see, Tatum's working out and Luka's not, so Tatum's better. It's like, did you understand that Tatum is working to get to Luka's level?
Yep.
Luka is first team and all this stuff, bro. Tatum is working to get to that level. Mm-hmm. And so that's when people started saying that, bro. I was like, okay, they gotta stop this, man. I gotta.
Healthy Luka, another first team All NBA. Yeah, he's still gonna do it. Watch what I tell you. He's still gonna do it. It started today. His All-Star bid, as far as being the second starter on the All-Star game, he'll be first team All NBA again. There's nobody. Come on, man. Steph Curry is even falling off now. So yeah, I'm telling you, Luka's gonna be first team All NBA again. He's 25-8-8, or 25-9-8 before tonight's game. So come on, man. By the end of the year, he'll probably be 27, maybe 10-9. Get out of here.
All right, man. Johnny said this. I think Chris is trying to tear the rim down. Yeah. Pablo just touched on that too, man. Look, I like Chris, man. I definitely like Chris. I don't know what's going to happen here in the next few days, because I think that 10-day. Didn't you tell me the 10-day contract is about to come up? Oh no, I think Jay told us.
He just signed the new one.
Oh, okay.
He just signed the new one. I think before the last game, wasn't it? Before
I don't remember, because they told us about when it was up.
Okay, I thought he just signed his third one before the Knicks game, and so he got maybe 1 or 2, maybe 1-2 more games left before the contract is over.
Okay, yeah, they got to figure out something, man, because I don't think they're not going to be able to stretch it to the trade deadline. They're gonna have to get rid of Willie, man. They got to get rid of Willie.
Y'all already know what's about to happen. You know Willie Cauley-Stein is cut. Get out. How many games has Willie Cauley-Stein missed now?
He's missed 3 years.
That's okay. He's cut. They're just waiting. It's more about, I think, the
trying
other
to see what
moves.
They can get for him.
Yeah, or maybe the other moves as well. Maybe trying to see what their trade package. They're basically playing their hand as long as they can. So Chris can take these 10-day contracts, keep giving them. I mean, it sucks for a guy like Chris, even though it's great that he's making this money from these 10-day contracts instead of being on the street. But they're trying to play it out as long as they can. Mark Cuban's been a businessman. And then at the point when he can, he'll sign Marquise Chris. He has to.
I agree. All right, man. Pavel says, I think one of the reasons Luka put on so much weight is because he was getting bullied early on. He's not getting pushed around close anymore. I just hope that he can find a balance of muscle and some agility. Yeah, like I said, man, Luka is to the point. He was posting up centers. Mm-hmm. He's posting up Jokic. Jokic ain't no small dude, bro. He was backing him down. You know what I'm saying? Like Luka, I don't care if you 7'6". He posting you up and taking you down there in the block, man. That's what I like about Luka, man.
My issue is, the only issue with that is Luka. That was the excuse last year. So not this year. Last year, when the season got started quicker than he thought, supposedly he was bulking up, and then he wasn't able to get in the right shape because he was bulking up for the season 2 years ago. And that's why he was out of shape. But this year, he had the Olympics and all that stuff, so it was a little lazy for me. But Luka, I just think in my head, man, in the future, if we get a shredded Luka or something just in the vicinity of a decent condition, size Luka Doncic, man. The basketball, the joy we're going to have watching the NBA and this Dallas Mavericks team play if that guy gets his body just right, man. Like, it's scary to think of what he's going to do to the NBA if that clicks and says, okay, you know what, I'm just going to take this completely serious. It's over. Like, I think the NBA knows that as well. I think players in the NBA respect Luka and know that once he does that, it's over.
Because he's doing that, like you said, he's doing that without doing what you just said.
Yep.
Just imagine he do start doing what you just said on top of what he already doing. So yeah, you're right. He'll be dangerous, man. All right, man. So Johnny got this. Do y'all think that the Mavs will go into the tax to re-sign Brunson or Dorian Finney-Smith? I don't. Tell you the truth, Johnny. Right now, we're hearing a lot of rumors, so I don't know what Dallas is gonna do. Like, we can speculate to saying that, because we've been saying all year long we don't. It's not that we don't want him. We don't think that they're going to sign Jalen Brunson back. I think they're going to end up probably using him for some type of a sign and trade or something like that over the offseason, or maybe we trade him at the trade deadline. But I feel like you get more value for him if you do a sign and trade over the offseason, because right now he's still in his rookie contract and he was a second-round pick. So you can get more money in a trade with him if you do it over the offseason. But I don't know. You know what? Now that I think about it, it's gonna probably depend on, like I think like Keem been saying, it's gonna depend on what they're gonna do in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Like, if they make a deep run in the playoffs, Jalen showing flashes of being a nice little piece that they can build around along with Luka and KP and others, then maybe they'll maybe think about going over the tax on him. I forgot that Dorian is also about to come up. His contract's about to come up here too. Mm-hmm. Dodo about to get paid too. So I'm not sure. Our hope is if they can find a way to move Tim Hardaway, man, to free some money up, and they can find a way to move him, because right now we don't necessarily depend on Tim Hardaway's points.
No,
and so that's why I say if they move him, it's not going to hurt us. No. I feel like that we would get hurt if we, out of those three players, out of Tim, Dodo, and JB, I feel like we would get hurt more if either Dodo or JB was moved compared to Tim Hardaway.
Yes.
Because we've said before during this season, even when the games went like tonight, Tim Hardaway had a good game. I think he had like 16 points tonight. Mm-hmm. He had a good game. But did you feel that 16 points?
It's just, if he wouldn't have gave it 16, we would have still won.
You still would have won. You see what I'm saying? So you felt JB's impact, and you definitely felt Dodo's impact. Because Dodo shut down John Moran in the second half. And like Pavel said earlier, JB had 5 almost 6 steals. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so you feel those guys' impact. So if they weren't there, you would miss that compared to Tim Hardaway, who all he does is try to go in there and score. But he's struggling with that right now. Got you 16, but I didn't feel it was an impactful 16.
Nah.
So to answer your question, I don't know. It's really a lot of factors, man. Like I said, it's going to depend on how what they do during the trade deadline, or it's going to depend on what they do in the playoffs. It's going to kind of determine like what they would do as far as keeping who and all that type of stuff. That's my long answer for that question. What you got, man?
Mr. Bravo, I will piggyback and say it depends. I do think they need to get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. ASAP.
Yes.
I think it depends on what happens. So, excuse me, if the Mavericks make a move before the deadline, it's back to it's back to Nico again, and we're talking about he makes the major bucks. So if they get rid of Jalen Brunson before the season is over, then he'll be gone. And I think Dodo would take a pay cut before Jalen Brunson would in this situation.
So yeah, because like you said, there's rumors that his name is being attached to New York. So yeah,
exactly. So I think Dodo, we probably keep Dodo and lose Jalen Brunson if we got rid of Jalen Brunson. If we got to the playoffs and we made it to the second round, I think it'd be more of a conversation to keep Jalen Brunson then. It depends on who's available and if we can get somebody again that's a star level player. If not, after the season and we made it to the second round, I think they would keep Jalen Brunson. They would try to at least and ask him. It would depend on if he wanted a starter role or whatever. But if they made it, say, like to the Western Conference Finals,
man,
they're going all in for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson and Dorian Finney-Smith, unless, like I say, some major guy that would shake it up, that could be the difference maker to take him over the top. But
My
if
bad, bro. My bad, bro.
but if they made it to like the Western Conference Finals or so, I think they throw all the money at JB. I think they give him about the same amount as Tim Hardaway Jr. They give Dorian over 10 mil, and I think they'd still try to get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. unless Tim Hardaway Jr. has some type of breakout playoffs again.
Yeah, if. All right, man. Johnny got. I mean, bro-in-law has. I agree about the Adam Silver making the game better with the rule change. However, how much credit does Jason Kidd deserve for the defensive effort? Oh man, he deserves a lot.
Coach of the year,
I
baby.
know I know it's like cliche to say, oh, these coaches come in talking about the defense and all that stuff. How long have we been hearing Rick Carlisle talk about defense and nothing's changed on the defensive end?
Mm-hmm.
And Jason Kidd comes in here 1 year and you're seeing the effort, you're seeing the scheme, you're
Yep.
seeing how much he's impacting these players and playing on the side of the ball that we've never seen him play for under Rick Carlisle.
Yep.
You know, and then on top of that, you have guys like Dodo and Maxi who've been on this team, who've been our two best defenders. Now they're taking a level up within this Jason Kidd system.
Yep.
And so we definitely got to give Jason Kidd. I know King's been harping on that, man, from day one. We
Yep.
definitely got to give Jason Kidd some props on this, man. He has this team playing defense right now, and arguably the best defense in the league right now, number one defense in the league.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely got to give him his credit, man.
Hey man, I said from the beginning, I think maybe I'm gonna take my flowers while I have them. I don't think there's any other Mavericks show that said Jason Kidd would be a good coach for this team, and I thought he would be from the beginning. I was willing to give him a chance, and it's players. It's now people on the TV and all are even saying that the Lakers miss Jason Kidd. I know I said that one as well. So Jason Kidd, man, has changed his team around. The players believe in Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd, I thought he got a bad rep, or worse of a rep than he deserved before. He played, I think he was coaching for 4 years before, and he took a team to the playoffs 2 out of the 4 years. And I feel like that's much better than a few coaches in the NBA right now. So I think all that, that side stuff of being young and thinking he was a major guy and wanting power in Brooklyn and all that comes with, that's just youth in the game of a new coach coming straight from being a player to a coach. He thought he can get more than he could. He thought his player side would get him more than he could being a coach. But I think J. Kidd now is developed. He went and won a championship. He was they didn't want Frank Vogel as a coach for the LA Lakers. Like everyone forgets that. The coach was supposed to be Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd was the coach to be. They didn't give him the job because of the whole background stuff and put Frank Vogel as the front guy in the face until they could fire him. But they won a championship, which lo and behold became the key in the success of the Mavericks. So you guys should thank Frank Vogel for that. Thank you, Frankie. We appreciate you. So thank you, Reggie. That's what I feel about Jason Kidd. He's that dude. Consideration for coach of the year this year, but let's see if they give it to him.
Man, we get top four. You get top four, they might have to put him in there, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Pavel says, did you guys see JJ Redick on ESPN before New York say Dallas ceiling is fifth and Luka has been a negative for this team pre-injury? Is he bitter? Nothing good to say. I wouldn't say he's bitter, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been kind of listening to JJ lately, man. JJ's playing that ESPN role, man. That's just how it is whenever they get to that level. That's why I really don't listen to a lot of ESPN or national guys like that, man, because my pops, man, taught me this years ago when I was young and I used to get like really heavily invested in the Mavs. Like when they lose, I got mad, type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to listen to these guys like the Skip Baylesses, the Stephen A. Smiths, and all these guys, and they would talk negative about the Mavs. And my pops told me one day, he said, man, you have to remember, these guys are one guy that work for a national televised syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
You have 30 teams. They can't cover each individual team thoroughly like that. So they might say some stuff that you be kind of scratching your head like, that's not true. That's us being here, we follow all these local news sites and stuff like that, and we listen to the radio stations here who are entrenched in these teams telling you one thing, and then ESPN them telling you something else. And so that's when I kind of started learning to myself, like, listen, those guys, ESPN, they do that more for a show. They do it more for a show. I feel like the guys here, like, shout out to 105.3. I feel like those guys do it to be more insightful. Mm-hmm. I listen to those guys a whole lot more. Like I said, I listen to Mark Stein instead of Kendrick Perkins. You know what I'm saying? Like there's levels, bro. Like I don't listen. I'll listen, but I don't have to heed it. I listen to the guys here locally a whole lot more, like the Tim Cato's. Yeah, I listen to Tim McMahon because he actually was here in Dallas, so he does have the connections here in Dallas. He's the only national guy. Other than that, like I said, Mark Stein, he's been with Dallas for years since I was a kid. Who else? Uh, can't think of some other guys out. But yeah, 105.3, man. If y'all from Dallas, man, y'all know. Those are the type of stations that I listen to, man, compared to ESPN. Like I take that for entertainment value. I don't take that, face value or whatever, man. So but yeah, I like JJ. I like JJ as a player, but like I said, I listen to a lot of his stuff lately, man. You see sound real ESPN-ish right now, man. But what you think, man?
I don't so JJ gives us love on his podcast. So I don't take it as being bitter. Secondly, like Rel said, ESPN has a story they usually start with at the beginning of the year and they don't want to veer off of it because they don't want to say they're wrong.
Yeah.
So, like the same thing, we've all seen the Mavs go through this streak right now and the teams they've currently been beating. The Memphis Grizzlies just went through a run of beating teams and all, and they were getting talked about. The
Yeah.
Mavericks are not getting talked about because the Mavericks are not supposed to be good. If you go back and YouTube this, Pavel, you saying JJ Redick said this, go YouTube Tim Legler. Tim Legler at the beginning of the season said the Mavericks are a first round exit guaranteed, no more than that. From watching the beginning of the season, a couple games, even though we were having a winning record, he said we were nothing more than that, no matter what. You can see that kind of stuff. These guys, they don't even put the Mavericks on TV. You rarely hear about them. That's why I get mad the way Ja's put on the pedestal now. Not because I dislike Ja. I like Ja. But it's like these guys aren't promoting to you what's going on in the league for real because they decide what markets and what time, who's going to be put on the TV and all of that. Right now, the Mavericks should be talked about more than basically anybody in the league right now. They're one of the hottest teams in the NBA. They just beat the hottest team. So they technically are the hottest team in the NBA right now, in my eyes. So, and they just beat a whole bunch of different players. So, I mean, different teams. So I don't think it's really going back to the question. I don't think it's him being bitter. Like Rel said, it's just him doing his job now, which sucks because ESPN wants you to only think about certain teams. But these are the games. These are the moments where Luka Doncic is on TV and he gets the Twitter behind him because everybody can watch and see what's going on and show this guy that he's that dude. So these are moments now. We're now 2-1 against Memphis this year, right?
Yes, sir.
So they're supposed to be the hottest team. We've beaten them twice now. We've beaten Denver twice now. We've beaten Golden State. Like, this is going to at some point add up. So just ride it out. Don't worry about it. Let the Mavs stay under the radar. We don't have Kristaps Porzingis. They don't even talk about not having Kristaps Porzingis. He's our second best player. Like any other team, Anthony Davis is gone. Oh, when the Mavericks get Anthony Davis back, Jalen Rose just said, I believe they're still going to win the West. They don't talk about that, so don't worry about that stuff. They're just doing their jobs, man. Just keep watching. Like Rel said, listen to local media and all. I don't even listen to the radio or ESPN and all when we lose. Like, I don't even watch it that next day. I just let it slide until maybe a couple games later when we win it all, and I'll go back and see, hey, what did they say about the Mavs back then? Not saying don't watch us because we keep it real. But, yeah, don't worry about ESPN and all. Just watch it with your eyes and just call it the way you see it.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. My baby says, "Pray JB stays with us. He's fantastic." Yeah, like I said, man, nobody knows other than the Mavs organization what they're gonna do with JB, man. So we can do a lot of speculating right now, which is what everybody's doing because nobody has the answer. Because it's like I said, Nico has a hard job, man, and like King always said, it's why you get paid the big bucks, man. This is what you wanted. It's the pressure. You got a lot of pressure on. You got a huge decision to make.
Yep.
All right, man. Let's see. Next, Brunlaw says, I agree. Luka would be one of the greats. Curious to know which nickname you like better for Luka, the Don or Luka Magic. It don't really matter to me, man. I guess the Don. He's more rolls off the tongue a little bit more than Luka Magic, I guess.
I feel like the Don is the noun and the Luka Magic is the verb. I feel like when he does a shot and all, the crazy shot, that's Luka Magic. But just him when he goes and does his thing, he's the Don. That's how I talk about it.
I don't call him Luka Magic. Luka Magic as much because that's Magic Johnson. That's his name. You know what I'm saying? So I try to stay away from that. The Don is cool, man. It's very simple. All right, my baby says I like Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, man. Let's see what we got. Tatum is not better than Luka. Tatum is more talented around him, and Boston loses too many bad losses to bad teams. Amen. Then that's the thing, because right now, man, I forgot who I was listening to the other day, and this guy had said that he said we might have to kind of step back. Now, I'm not saying I agree with him. I just thought this was interesting what he said.
Mhm.
He said we might have to start looking at Tatum. Maybe he's not a number one. Maybe he's actually a number two.
It depends. It depends, man. He's a so my feelings on players. Playmaking is huge. Like I feel like that playmaking takes you to the next step. That's a guy that's usually a guaranteed number one when you're an awesome playmaker. You're that guy. Jason Tatum is a bucket getter.
Yeah,
He
that's all he
is,
is.
but he needs a if you give the Celtics a point guard, the Celtics are one of the best teams in the NBA. Like
Yeah.
it's as simple as that.
Which is
You
what
give the
they've been saying
Celtics
for the last like 3 or 4 years, which I don't know why they haven't pulled the trigger on one yet. But yeah, I'm saying.
because they usually got to give up one of their pieces to get the point guard, and they're trying not to do it. And Brad Stevens kept collecting them draft picks for so long, he didn't do anything about it. He had a chance to do it and took the Kemba Walker bait and the Kyrie Irving bait, and it bit him in his butt. So imagine they had Chris Paul right now instead of Phoenix. Like just imagine stuff like that. Imagine that they got Lonzo Ball.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That man, which I heard somebody say that. That same guy said that. He said, man, if they had like Alonzo Ball, Boston probably would have been top three in the East right now.
Yep.
All right, man. Y'all keep pouring these questions in the comments. He said they called him Wonder Boy in Europe. Europe, man. Someone posted a clip of Luca dunk on Real Madrid, and he ran full court defender to his side and got a good distance above the rim for a monster jam. Yeah, man. Luca been he posterized a few people, man. Before he definitely
Yeah.
posterized a few
He,
people.
he has this one clip y'all should look and see in Europe. It's like a Michael Jordan, the switch hands Jordan move.
Yeah.
He does it. He did it in Europe, but like it's something. Go look it up. Go look at his highlights. He did the switch hand Michael Jordan move in the middle of a game, and they win it. It's not going to get the same credit because it's in the Euro League and not the NBA, but he did it in the middle of a game.
Okay. Okay. All right, man. Ben Price was good, man. He said J Kidd's number one coaching strength had was his management, and he has top in the league at the skill set of developing being another talent. Yeah, we said that before. So now he is learning how to create a top defensive team. I touched on Kidd because I was one of those people that wasn't sure about Jason Kidd because of his past record. But I've also said too the signs of a good coach is learning and adapting.
Mhm.
Learning and adapting. That was the one weakness that Rick Carlisle had. I know we brought up the whole Greg Popovich thing, him adapting and changing his coaching style through every era of basketball. From the first year he won his championship in '99 to now, he's changed. Jason Kidd, you've heard him say a bunch of times, look, man, like King said, when he came into the league, came out of the league, he went straight to coaching, thought he had all the answers. His first two stints in Milwaukee and in Brooklyn, they were a little shaky. And so when he actually had that little time off from head coaching and was an assistant coach learning under Vogel, he had to change. He figured he had to change his mind frame up and learn from a coach like Vogel and added that to his repertoire. And now we have the coach that we have now.
Yep.
He's able to communicate with players better. He's able to change and adapt. And also, man, like we said, whenever you lose a game, what are you going to do in the next game? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to change up, man? What are you going to work on? Kid's been doing pretty good at that, man.
Mhm.
This team been playing hard for Jason Kidd. And also, you can see that they want to play for Jason Kidd.
Yep.
There's a lot of times you felt like Dallas was going through the motion with Rick Carlisle. This is different. I know because it's a whole brand new face and all that stuff, but you can just really see it because there were times we all thought like, man, maybe this kid wasn't the right coach, and they stuck with it, and now they're at the position that they're in right now.
Let me ask you this question, Real. Being in
Mhm.
the season you see right now and the way they playing for Jason Kidd, would they have lost all those games at home last year in the playoffs?
That's a good question. Yeah, because we still had Jason Richardson.
No, I think we'd have won. We'd have won at least one of them under Jason Kidd.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I think they would have. Defensive scheme would have been a
Uh-huh.
whole lot better, man. Would
Mm-hmm.
have definitely been a whole lot better. All right, man. Ben Price said he is making himself a contender for best coach out there at the moment. Yeah, like King said, if he can get that top four seed, man, in the West, they got to put him in coach of the year. They got to put him in the coach of the year discussion. Might not necessarily win it, but put him in the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Got a few more questions here in the comments. He said, "Is KP really our second best player?"
Maybe not. I'll answer that first. Maybe not.
It's debatable.
He may not be, but he is the most. He's the MIP. He's the most important player. So he may not be the second best player, but whatever his role is, and whatever the role he needs to play, he needs to figure it out because it's important for him to fit in there and become that piece. Because no matter what, he's still our rim protector.
Yep.
Like he is that. So he comes back right now. He has to be that rim protector. And then KP gets involved defensively based off his offense. So somehow, some way, he has to get his game to fit with the team to be that piece. He's that piece. Like we don't need KP right now scoring 25 the way they team playing. Right now, KP can score with KP. KP's doing the right thing. As far as before he got in health and safety protocol, KP was playing the way KP could play for this team to win. And if KP comes back doing that, then we may be talking about these guys in June.
Hope so, man. All right, man. Johnny said, "Would you trade Tim Hardaway Jr. for Buddy straight up?" Johnny, why you got hits like that, bro?
I'm gonna say no. You can go ahead. I'm gonna say no though. Not straight up.
I'm going to. Damn.
I feel like they're the same. They kind of like the same player this year.
They really are. They really are. I think it's gonna be a question of who's more consistent.
Yeah.
That's a hard one, man. That's a good question, though, Johnny. That's a good question.
Because Buddy hasn't been as consistent as I feel like he's usually been this year. So that's why I'm like he's. I don't know straight up. That's a wash. We might as well keep the guy that we've already had.
Yeah, because what does Buddy add that Tim doesn't add? You know what I'm saying? Like he might be a smidgen more consistent. A smidgen, like I said, it's not like a big gap or anything.
He might be a smidgen more consistent 3-point shooter right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, Tim might be a better driver of the ball than Buddy Hield right now. So
yeah, I agree, man. Oh man, Cheese Ball, what's good, man? Luka, 2 quarters of good basketball, and everyone praises him.
You mean 2 quarters of excellent basketball, 2 quarters of great basketball, 2 quarters of best player in the NBA basketball. So yes, 2 quarters of that basketball. Them 2 quarters of basketball is basically better than Ja Morant's whole game.
Never mind, you already hit it. I was just about to say, if you're gonna talk down on him having 2 good quarters, what about Ja Morant's 2 bad quarters? He only scored 4 points in the whole entire second half.
There you go. His 2 quarters were better than the whole Ja Morant game. So if we only talking about 2 quarters, that's crazy. 2 quarters of Luka Doncic is better than you got.
Luka scored 18 points in 2 quarters. Ja scored 19 in 4 quarters.
Yep. Get out of here.
Yes, sir. Hey, we glad you watching though, Cheese.
Yes, we are. Cheese, appreciate you.
All right, so King looked tired as hell. Let my man go to bed. It's late over there. Yeah. We about to wrap it up, man. Y'all dropping all the questions in for us, man. We just trying to get everybody in. And last but not least, man, I hope it's the last one. Pebble says, another great show, guys. Love the optimism from King and the more cautious, grounded take from Real. Yes, like I said, man, I'm gonna take it one game at a time, night and on to the next one. Yes, sir. As we all know, we play Orlando tomorrow. Man, I was trying to figure out why this game was a late game, man. I
don't know. It was in Memphis. Yeah, I thought it'd been earlier.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off today. But yeah, tomorrow, man, is an 8:00 game with Orlando. So we're gonna probably have the video at about 10:30-ish,
10:45-ish.
Yeah,
so
somewhere around there. Yeah.
Time.
All right, man. And then Johnny wrote this in. He said, "Did Brunson play better than Ja tonight?" If you want to talk about the impact, yes.
I mean, you could. You know what? You know what, Johnny?
Not saying he's a better player. We're just saying that you asking if he played better tonight.
Yes.
I would say yes.
He had 5 steals. He had 5 steals. Ja had 8 turnovers to go along with his 8 assists. Yes. Jalen Brunson outplayed Ja Morant tonight. Yes.
Yes. I definitely agree. All right, y'all. Man, that we had a hey, y'all be throwing them questions in, man. We definitely appreciate it, man. We appreciate the interaction from you guys, man, helping our show grow. Guys, please like and subscribe to the channel like we always say. We're definitely trying to grow our channel, trying to grow the brand. As y'all guys can see here, we definitely now have a Twitter page, man. I know King will probably be going in with different fans of other teams on the Twitter page.
I
So
told
follow.
y'all. I told y'all the day we was coming for him. He said he was going for 11 wins tonight, y'all.
Yeah. He went after
Oh, he
Ja
said
today.
12. I'm sorry. He was going for 12 tonight, he said. And I told him from We Talk Mavs, go check it out. Go like it. Talk underneath it and all. I told him we was coming for him. It was all in love.
Yes, sir. Yeah, go ahead, y'all. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter, man. We got the We Talk Mavs Twitter page now. So go ahead and follow us on there, man. Um, like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button, guys. We definitely gonna be dropping more videos. We're gonna drop a video for y'all tomorrow night. Like I said, it's gonna probably be around maybe 10:30, 10:45. It just depends on how long the Orlando game goes. We'll drop a video after that. Also, guys, if you enjoyed the content too, guys, go ahead and hit that like button too. That'll do us a huge favor too. We're just trying to pick up the algorithm, trying to add more subscribers, just trying to help grow our brand, guys. Like I said, our goal right now is to make it to our first 200, and then we're gonna go from there. Trying to take them baby steps, that's how you do it, man. I want the whole 500, but we'll take the baby steps, man. Like I said, we're growing slowly but surely, and we're doing it with the help of you guys. We definitely appreciate you guys rocking with us, especially this late at night. I know everybody's excited, man, because they had a huge win against the hottest team in the league. So I know it was easy for everybody to kind of stay up and watch the video tonight. So we do appreciate that, man. Ken, you guys think you want to add, man, before we go?
I was just gonna say we trying to get to that point where you search Dallas Mavericks on YouTube and you see our face first, y'all. Come on, help us get there, man.
Yes, sir.
Help some brothers out.
Yeah. Please help us out, man. We definitely appreciate it. And I want to say one more thing, baby. I thank you for staying up and watching me tonight. I love you.
This guy.
I guess I'll see you here in a little bit after the video's over with. So definitely appreciate that, baby. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I beat you, King. There you go. Now that with that being said, y'all, man, it is your boys from We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Sun Sports YouTube channel and the Glow Sun Production Twitch channel. Like I said, we will see you guys tomorrow night again at about 10:30, 10:45, where we talk about the Mavericks versus the Orlando Magic.
Let's go.
It is your boy Rail. I got my co-host King, and we will catch you guys again very soon.
Peace.
Yes, sir.